Well, my dear students, in our previous class we discussed about just introduction given to AIDS and cancer. We completed AIDS and we saw the life cycle of HIV and we started about cancer. Yesterday we spoke about cancer and the types of carcinogens, physical carcinogens, chemical carcinogens and biological carcinogens. Now we'll see about today we'll discuss about the differences of normal cell and cancerous cells. Okay. Before that, we'll go for tumors. What do you mean by tumor? It's a mass of undifferentiated cells. Which cells? Cancerous cells. Which cells? Cancerous cells. These cancerous cells are non-functional. They are not required by the body. This tissue, this mass of tissue, mass of cells is not required. It doesn't have any specific function in the body. It is not at all required by the body. Such a mass is formed. That mass is what is known as tumor. What is known as tumor. Right? Now, there are two types of tumors. How many types? Two types. One is known as benign tumor. Benign tumor. Other is known as malignant. Other is known as malignant tumor. First type is known as benign tumor. Benign tumor is harmless. It is non-cancerous. We can say it is non-cancerous. To some extent, we can say this. Benign tumor, mass of cells is formed. You might have seen in breast, in females, or in case of uterus, mass of cells or mass of tissue is formed due to some infections. Some other problems due to infections, due to problems in the uterus, due to hormonal variations, right? Cluster mass of cells tissue is formed. Such tumor is what is known as benign tumor. It is non-cancerous, it is harmless, right? And it is localized. What do you mean by localized? It will not spread. It will not spread. What do you mean by that? Wherever it originates, wherever it starts, it remains in the same place. It will not migrate to other places. It will not form secondary tumors. Where it starts, to that place it is confined to. It is confined to that particular place. It will not move. These cells will not migrate through blood, through lymph, and this where this tissue is formed, where this tumor is formed, it remains in the same place and keeps on growing. Such a tumor is known as benign tumor. We consider this benign tumor as non-cancerous because it is localized and it is harmless. Whereas the malignancy refers to cancer, refers to cancerous. Malignant tumor, it's a harmful tumor. What tumor? Harmful. Yeah, it is cancerous. It is cancerous tumor. Cancerous tumor, and it spreads. It spreads where it originates. For example, in the patient's body, for example, it originates. It starts in the liver region. From there it migrates through blood. These few cells through blood and lymph they migrate wherever they find some place or some space in the organs in the body, inside the body. They settle there and they start proliferating, growing, multiplication. So they form secondary tumors. Such a tumor is what is known as malignant tumor. In this malignant tumor has a property known as metastasis. It can be asked for one mark. What is metastasis? Right? The process of migration of cancerous cells. Which cells? Cancerous cells are malignant tumor through body fluids, or we can say through blood and lymph to form secondary tumors, or many other tumors, multiple tumors they form in the body. This property is what is known as metastasis. The process of migration of movement of cancerous cells or cancerous tissue from one place where it originated in the body, from that place to other parts, to other place in the body, these cells, these tissues will migrate, detach from the mother tumor, from the primary tumor, migrates through blood, migrates through lymph, settle elsewhere in the body, or the organ whichever is low, or which is weak, or which has low immunity. In that organ the immune cells are less, low immunity, the organ is susceptible to infections. In such organs, near such organs, or inside such organs, these cells will migrate, enter, they form further many more tumors, secondary tumors, tertiary tumors. So such a property, if they possess, if the cancerous cells or tumor possess this property of metastasis, it leads to malignancy. That is nothing but cancerous. That is nothing but cancerous. Whereas this property they lack. These cells don't have benign tumor like the tumors of the brain, tumors of the uterus, or tumors of the breast, right? Mammary glands. They are one type of benign tumors. In uterus, you come across malignancy also, malignant tumors also, right? So these are the two types of tumors as far as tumor is concerned. What is a tumor? Mass of cancerous cells or tissue. It's a mass of tissue of cancerous cells which forms a very big mass. They are undifferentiated, not required by the body, non-functional. They are not specific. They are not differentiated. So that type of mass of cells is known as tumor. There are two types. One is known as benign. One type of tissue is known as benign tumor. The other type is known as malignant tumor. Malignancy, cancerous metastasis. Next, now we see the differences between cancerous cells and the normal cells. Normal cells. How to differentiate, on what basis we can say that this tissue or these cells are cancerous? What basis we can say that it is cancerous, it is non-cancerous? What makes the cells to be cancerous? Right? We see the different properties. Normal cells, cancerous cells. What are the differences here? Right? Normal cells, they are well differentiated. What do you mean by that? Some cells are differentiated into epithelial cells. Some cells are differentiated into mesodermal cells, connective tissue, epithelial tissue. Different organs. These cells are liver cells, these cells are pancreatic cells, these cells are spleen cells. So they are differentiated. They have specific structure, they have specific function in the body. So they are well differentiated. They are specific, they are meant for a purpose, for a function, they perform that function. These normal cells are well differentiated. Whereas cancerous cells are undifferentiated. They are undifferentiated. They are not specialized cells. They are not differentiated into, they are not converted into any one type of specific cells because they don't have any function in the body. All cells look same, similar, undifferentiated. Then they are not parasitic. What do you mean by that? They don't depend on other cells because they are normal cells, they are natural cells, they are the native cells of the body. Whereas these cells are parasitic. What do you mean by that? They depend on the normal cells for their nourishment, for the food, for the growth factor, for the multiplication factors. The cancerous cells lead a parasitic mode of life. Clear? They multiply for limited number of time. Like for example, cell one theory says any cell in our body has to multiply for 20 or 22 times. That's the only in cell chapter also you may study. This is the property of normal cells. Whereas these cells, right? These cells multiply rapidly and many more number of times. They don't have limit. They keep on multiplying. Clear? Then they have sense of touch or contact. They have sense of contact inhibition. Try to understand this word here. I will explain you. Right? They have sense of contact inhibition. What do you mean by that? For example, these are normal cells. Example, let us consider that these cells are stomach cells. It's growing, stomach is growing, multiplying, stomach is growing. Now here we have liver. What is this cells? Stomach cells. What do you have? Liver. When these, example I am telling in the organs, when these cells keep on growing, multiplying, they are growing, the person is growing, multiplying. When these cells touch the other organ, they stop growing. They come to know that other organ starts here. My limits are this. My organ should be only this much. My limits are this. Clear? Understand? So which cells have this property? The normal cells. When they keep on multiplying, when they come in contact with the other, they stop growing. They stop multiplying. Like for example, find cells. I will tell you the example in the next part here. So this is what is known as sense of contact inhibition. What do you mean by inhibition? When they come in contact with other, they inhibit. They stop multiplying. They stop dividing. They control themselves. Inhibition, multiplications will be stopped. So this is the sense. This is the sense of these cells. Now they lack contact inhibition. Why? Because in these cancer cells, one protein is lacking, fibronectin. It will be asked in the NEET exam, in the NEET exam about this fibronectin. Here, fibronectin is present. Fibronectin, because of the presence of this protein, they have contact inhibition. They stop growing, they stop multiplying. When these cells come in contact with other cells or other tissue. Whereas here, fibronectin is absent, so they lack contact inhibition. What do you mean by that? For example, I will give one simple example. In a desk, naturally, in one desk, if 5 students are sitting or 4 students are sitting, there is only some small place there. One of your friend will come and sit, and when he comes and sit, when he touches the other student, he should feel that there is no more place. He should sense that. If he starts pushing the others, they'll ask you, hello foolish fellow, don't you have sense? Why are you pushing? Don't you have sense? Don't you have mind? Are you foolish? Like that. When they come in contact with other tissue, they stop growing. Whereas here, they lack this. They start entering into other tissues. They multiply rapidly, fast, and they compete with the normal cells to multiply. They multiply even faster, and they start immersing into the other organ or other tissue. So this is what is known as contact inhibition. This is the major property of cancerous cells. Why? Because this protein won't be there. There are all the differences. It can be asked for 2 marks also in your board exam. The differences between normal cells and cancerous cells. These points you have to write. Clear? Understand? So after this we will see the different types of cancers. 13. Different types of cancers we will see, or we will say the symptoms of. We will see that symptoms will be very easy. Right? We can finish. Types of cancer and treatment we will discuss. Right? Carcinogens we have seen, tumors we have seen. Right? The types of cancers. 4 main types of cancers are there. Types of cancer. How many types are there? 4 major types. One is known as carcinomas. Carcinogens. Sarcomas. Lymphomas, leukemia. These are the 4 major types of cancers. Most of the cancers are of carcinomas. Why? Because the cancers which originates from epithelial tissue. Which tissue? Epithelial tissue. Try to recall the chapter. First year, 7th chapter, structural organization in animals. I have told you, I have given a chart. Tissue, origin, functions. Which tissue derives from which organs derive from which tissue? We have seen that. Most of the organs derive from epithelial tissue, then connective tissue, then we have seen nervous tissue. Right, like that. Clear? So, epithelial, wherever you come across, you see, we have told you in the chapter that epithelial tissue is what, but inside the body also, upper surface of the internal organs. So, most of the cancers are epithelial. They origin from epithelial tissue, and such type of cancers are known as carcinomas. Sarcomas, they derive from connective tissue. What tissue? Connective tissue. Right, like bone marrow cancer, blood cancer, because blood cells originate from bone marrow, and blood is also a type of fluid connective tissue. Right, that also comes here. Lymphomas origin from there, from the connective tissue. Bone marrow cancer. Right, all other types of cancers origin from connective tissue are known as sarcomas. They are the highest ones. Then lymphomas, where you come across in the cancers of the lymphatic glands, lymph nodes, and in the lymphatic tissue. Here also you come across the cancer of lymph glands, like it can be liver or it can be spleen or any other lymphatic organs. Lymph nodes, where you come across lymph nodes. Thymus also lymphatic organ. Lymph nodes present in the armpit region, in the groin region. Lymphatic tissue in the intestine, in the reproductive tract, in the respiratory tract, wherever you come across lymphatic tissue, all those known as lymphomas. Then leukemia, blood cancers, right, are where WBC, you have studied in again 7th chapter, there should be 7,000 to 9,000 WBCs per cubic millimeter of blood in case of normal adult healthy person. Normal adult healthy person should have 7 to 9,000 WBCs per cubic millimeter of blood. Increased number of WBCs leads to leukemia. This in turn again leads to decreased number of RBCs, red blood corpuscles. We have told again in the chapter 7 chapter, 4.8 to 5.2 millions of RBCs should be present in normal adult healthy person in males. It is lesser in case of females. Fine, per cubic millimeter around 20 to 30 millions, lesser in 0.2 or 0.23 million, less in case of females, from 4.5 to 4.9 in case of females, and in case of males 4.8 to 5.2 millions of RBC should be present per cubic millimeter of blood. Decreased number of RBC is known as anemia. We have told you this point. Anemia. Increased number of monocytes, right, WBCs all together. There are different types of WBCs, granulocytes, agranulocytes, all those things you know, leads to leukemia. If leukemia occurs, that in turn leads to anemia. This is also one type of blood cancer. This is more serious. Right? Anemia also is more serious, but comparatively, leukemia is very dangerous. Right? They keep on increasing they should be in thousands. They reach into lakhs. So this weakens the body faster. Right? Carcinomas, sarcomas, lymphomas. Right? In carcinomas we come across brain tumor. Right? Clear. Stomach cancer, lung cancer, mouth cancer we come across here. In case of sarcomas, from the connective tissue, again bone cancer, blood cancers, right? Bone marrow cancers, right? Connective tissue cancers, muscles, right? And then in lymphomas, the cancers of lymph glands, lymph nodes, and lymphatic tissue. In case of leukemias, blood, right? Blood, and in case of WBC and RBCs, lymphomas, and leukemias. These are the 4 major types of cancers. In the next class, we will discuss about the symptoms, diagnosis, prevention and treatment of cancer. In the next class, we will complete cancer. Then we will start drugs, alcohol, and smoking. Do take very good care of yourself. Keep studying. God bless you. Good luck. Take care. Repeatedly watch the class. Make your own notes. God bless you. Good luck. Take care.